You get to see my ruggedly handsome good looks. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at I got a whole short box of comic books. This is just one of many comic books that I have on my eBay store for sale. And I got a lot of good titles on my eBay store. The link to my eBay store will be in the description for the video. So take a look. Browse my eBay store. You might find something you like. We got all types of things. We got magic cards, comic books, of course, t-shirts, all types of really neat stuff in there, toys, everything like that. Look at my phone out of my pocket. There we go. All right, so let's get started here. We're going to look at some Transformer comic books. Whee, here we go. Transformers War World. This is pretty cool. This is by IDW. This is issue 2026. I don't have my glasses on, so it might take me a second to look at it, but that's kind of cool. All the comics are going to come bagged and boarded unless stated otherwise, because I like to ship things really, really securely. My feedback is all about how nicely I ship items and things like that. The second comic we're going to look at is Transformers, again by IDW. This is the War World series, number 30, cover A. Pretty cool stuff. And IDW is known for doing variant covers and such as that. Planet of the Apes, one of my favorite movies as a kid. This is a nice full art cover. Beautiful book. Just beautiful book. Here, let me move my fat fingers out of the way. You see the other apes down here. It looks like King Kong. Here we go. Whee! And a nice book. Great looking book. Is that a card break or is that her hair? I think it might be her hair. I don't know. Godzilla. Pretty cool black and white cover. Really classic look in the movies and things like that. Godzilla's number 1. This is cover B. Again from IDW. I got a lot of IDW comics that I got in a lot. This is Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors, Rise Up Part 2. Looks like you got Mothra there on the cover. This is cover B. Pretty cool stuff. Number 2. Transformers Galaxies, number 3. Devastator. Everybody loves Devastator, right? Devastator is one of the coolest combiners ever because he was the first combiner. So naturally, he's the best. I would say maybe Predaking would be a close second. Everybody kind of forgets about Predaking, I guess, because he wasn't like vehicles or anything. And most of the other combiners are vehicles. Devastator, Minosaur, Bruticus, Defensor, Superion, Computron, things like that. They're vehicles. So everybody forgets about Predaking. But anyway, Transformers Galaxies number 3. Pretty cool. Devastator on the cover. Don't judge me on this one. I got it as part of a collection. Transformers My Little Pony, The Magic of Cybertron, number 1. Okay. Pretty neat little crossover there. At least I didn't say I was holding it for a friend. Anyway, okay. Transformers Escape, number 2. Pretty neat stuff. Oh, here we go. We got 2 issues here that are really neat. Transformers King Grimlock. Grimlock was a lot different in the Marvel comics than he was in the cartoon. But Grimlock and the Dinobots are still some of the greatest Transformers ever. I think later on they reconned them to where the Dinobots are a combiner now or something like that. I'm not familiar with that. If you're familiar with it, yeah, leave me a comment. There's King Grimlock, number 2. The one we looked at before was number 3. This is number 2. I love these covers. These covers are just beautifully, beautifully drawn and colored. Great art on these. Transformers Unicron #6. You gotta love Unicron. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, just in beautiful condition. Transformers Galaxies #2. Constructicons Rising. And again, I got really good pictures of these books on my eBay store. If you want better pictures of something, just send me a message on eBay. There's Transformers Galaxies #12. Looks like it has Scourge or Cyclonus. I never could keep those two separate. But it looks like he's on the cover there. Pretty neat cover. Here's one I like. Transformers Secrets and Lies '84. This is kind of a reprint. I think it's a reprint or an homage to the 1984 comic book series for the Transformers. Megatron looks especially sharp in his classic robot form there. A bold new era, Transformers #17. I love that picture. The picture is just so cool. You got Megatron looking at Cybertron here. Really cool. Bold new era #15. You got Shockwave. Shockwave was always one of the cool Decepticons. Listen, Soundwave's the coolest Decepticon. I said what I said, but Shockwave is definitely a close second. Finally, a non-Transformers. Woo! We got the Avengers. Pretty neat book here. Oh, okay. Hey, that's when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was on TV. Wow, who remembers that? That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Issue 28. Great, great cover of the Hulk fighting the other Avengers. And that's just great. You got Wolverine over here just flying out of the way. Everybody knows the history between Wolverine and Hulk. And then finally, we got a real classic DC comic here, The Warlord. The Warlord is always a cool series of comics. This is #73, right? And this book is from, wow, September. This has got to be from the 80s, early 80s. Yeah, Superman 3 sweepstakes, right? Superman 3, which was kind of a meh Superman movie. I guess the newer generation cries about Superman and Man of Steel, and we cried about Superman 3 because it was terrible. I said what I said. Let me get another group of these books out here. Go. Let me see, what do we have here? Okay, I'm going to put these over here. I just don't want to drop things or anything like that because gravity is a harsh mistress. Look, here we go. We got Boombox Comics, I guess. #6, Munchkin from the Steve Jackson card game. I've got numerous Munchkin games. I might do a video on those one day. If you want to see it, let me know in the comment sections. We got Lumberjanes. Okay, I kind of like that cover. It covers kind of neat. Bunch of girls together in their cabin. You know, just hanging out and enjoying life. What more can there be? Go. We got a DC comic here, Monkey Prince. Not familiar with this title. Like I said, I got a lot of these as a lot of comics, but it's a limited series, #6. If you're familiar with it, man, look for it in my eBay store. You might like the price I have it up for. I have DC versus Vampires All Out War. Love the art on this cover. It's just awesome looking. We got Justice League #44 variant cover. That's cool. I like that. As Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Flash. Really nice cover. Really nice. I like the way Batman looks on that cover. That is a beautiful cover. Deceased Dead Planet. Oh, this must be like the New Gods or something, I guess. It's number 4. 4 of 7. Sorry, I don't have my glasses because of the glare and stuff like that. I don't want the glare to show up in the video, so if I have to be like, the old man squint and look at it 10 feet away from me, just give me a break. All right. Legion of Superheroes, number 91. Nice. Again, all these books comes bagged and boarded and everything like that. Really nice. And these are new bags and backs too. Really, really great. I always loved the Legion of Superheroes. That Superboy would go forward in time to see them and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. Here's a blast from the past. This is from Valiant Comics. Dr. Mirage. This is issue number 6. It's a pretty nice cover. Not too bad. This is a Web of Spider-Man number 105, an Infinity Crusade crossover. I have the original Infinity Gauntlet series in my personal collection, and then as usual they just kind of went off the rails. Infinity this, Infinity that, Infinity the other, da, 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 whatever. But this is an Infinity crossover, kind of neat. Archangel's on the cover, Spider-Man and Quicksilver. It looks like Wendigo and Moon Knight too. I don't know if that's who it is. I know this is the white dude is Moon Knight, and then Archangel, which I love. Archangel's cool. We got this one here, January of 1986. Who's Who in the DC Universe? And the big name here is Mr. J himself, the Joker. Kind of cool. Who else? Oh, we got Johnny Quick, Earth 3, Crime Syndicate, are really cool. We got Jonah Hex, who is kind of cool. And then it also details some of the groups, the Injustice Society, things of that nature. Kind of really, really cool. Can I get that in the screen a little bit better? Hey, maybe you can pause the video and see or something like that. But this is Who's Who, volume 11, if my Roman numerals are correct. We got the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 207. That's a nice cover. I love that cover. That cover is cool. One of the 4 or 5 different Spider-Man titles that were out in the 80s and 90s. Just real Spidey's classic. If somebody says they don't like Spider-Man, I don't want to know them. All right. And then we got the Amazing Spider-Man 382, the Hulk. Right? Nope. Old Greensigan's about to pound him into jelly. Is Incredible Hulk teaming up with Spider-Man? Okay, yeah. Again, just a great looking cover. I like how the Hulk's pushing the text out of the way and kind of breaking that fourth wall a little bit, which is always neat to see. Let's look at that one. There we go. Let's get some more out of the box here. Now, these ones that I'm going to show you now do not come in a bag and back because I don't have any bags and bags big enough to support these guys. Here we go. And let me just get the box back here so that nothing gets squished or anything like that. Squished or bent or anything like that. Here we go. Technical difficulties, please stand by. So here we go. These are like some trade paperbacks, I guess you'd call them, or something like that, a little thicker than your normal comic. This is Joker, the 80th anniversary of the Joker. That's kind of cool. I like how the Batman silhouette is there. It's kind of neat. Strike Force. Pretty neat. A little bit of wear on the edge here, but it comes with the territory. Detective Comics number 1000, a landmark issue. You got Batman that has the Joker in a headlock. And you got Robin. I think that's Damian. Looking over, it looks like Bane Penguin, Catwoman, Two-Face, Harlequin, that type of thing. Kind of, again, cool books. Wonder Woman 750. Nice picture of Wonder Woman there. On the back, we have an advertisement for the Birds of Prey. I don't think all the advertising in the world could have saved that movie. Green Lantern 80th anniversary, which is really neat. We got Hal Jordan and Sinestro on the cover. Classic enemies, just classic enemies. The lantern with the DC logo in it. We have Birds of Prey. Pretty neat. You get to see Harlequin, looks like Black Canary, and maybe the Huntress. Looks kind of neat. That is the Huntress. Cool. I just read the back of it real quick. RTFM, Adam. RTFM. Oh, cool. We got The Walking Dead. All Out War Volume 20. Gotta love The Walking Dead. Black and white. Goodness. Just awesome looking. Really nice. This has a cover price of $15. I don't know what I have it for up in my store, but I don't think it's that much. Might be, I don't know. Artifacts, Volume 6. This is from Image Comics, so you know that the art in there is great. Look at that back cover. What's hotter than a chick with a sword and a spear? Iron Saint. This is another one. This is from Top Cow. Back cover, inside of it, things like that. Really cool. We got Berserker. Is this as an I don't see an issue number. Oh, Volume 1. Okay, yep. Right down there on the spine, Volume 1. I'm going to backstab the book. It does not have anatomy. It has a spine. There we go. Cover. Darkness Accursed. Volume 4. That's kind of cool. This is more like your, spooky horror, I think, type thing. Really nice book. You hear it crack, right? Ooh, my spine. That don't look that good. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, great. There was just a little bit of extra glue on the spine there. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. I don't think it is anyway. Broken Trinity, Volume 2. There's the back of it. Kind of nice. From Top Cow. Top Cow. Okay. Let's see what else we got in here. What else we got in this bag? Oh, box. Oh, goodness, here. Oh, we got Tales of the Legion of Superheroes, number 336. That's got to be from the 80s. That has to be a cover price of 75 cents. That's June of 86. Okay, well, there you go. So it tells you right over there. June of 86. You gotta love that era of comic books. Detective Comics 651. Nice Batman piece there. Doesn't give you a date on the front of that thing, does it? Superman in Action Comics, number 695 from 1994. Mid-90s are kind of bad for comics. They overprinted a lot of stuff and pumped out just a lot of garbage. That's what they did, basically. I ain't gonna lie. But they did do a lot of good stuff, too. Web of Spider-Man, Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin's one of the... Hobgoblin Reborn Part 2. Hobgoblin's one of the more interesting Spider-Man villains. We got, from Boom Studios, we got Firefly, number 1. It's a pretty neat comic. I think it is anyway. We got The Initiative, the New Avengers, number whatever, number 31. You got Elektra on the cover. She made an appearance in the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie. I almost said Daredevil. I don't know why. Maybe I just need to take my meds and go to sleep. We got, here we go, Lion Forge, 7 Days, number 5. Here we go. Riverdale, Archie, number 2. I think everybody loves Archie comics, even if they don't want to admit it. Adventure Time, number 50. I kind of like Adventure Time. I also like Craig of the Creek. You can tell it was written by somebody that plays Dungeons and Dragons. We got some Action Lab comics. Dog of Wonder, number 2. I like the little doggy there. Dressed up as a little bellhop. It's kind of cool looking. Look at the dog with the eye patch in the background. He's kind of neat too. Venture. Again, from Action Lab. Kind of cool. Here we go. IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Bebop and Rocksteady hit the road. I love that picture of Bebop and Rocksteady. They really kind of screwed them in the Turtles movies historically. Action Lab Midnight, number 1. That's a cool cover. A bunch of cats coming out of the shadows. It's kind of neat. Star Trek Voyager, number 1. Seven's Reckoning. It's a nice Star Trek comic we got there. Stay. Here we go. We got another Star Trek Voyager. Seven's Reckoning, number 2. And 3. This is great comics if you're a fan of Star Trek Voyager. Hey, we got a Deep Space Nine. We got 2 of them. That's kind of neat. You know, one with the Ferengi on there. I'm not a Star Trek expert, but I do know that's a Ferengi. Thank you. Go. We got Star Wars. The High Republic. We're going to have a run of Star Wars in here. So sit back and watch. That's a cool picture. You got lightsabers galore and everything like that there. It's really cool. Star Wars. There we go. Monster at Temple Peak. Action verse number 1. We got IDW Batman and the Max. Oh, cool. We got both covers of that. We got cover A and cover B. That's kind of cool. So IDW must have gotten to use Batman for a couple issues with the Max. The Harcourt Legacy. This is number 1. Oh, for mature readers. That's kind of neat. Here we go. And there is another issue of the series. This is number 2. Princess Raven. I'm not familiar with that one, but it's from Action Labs. I really wasn't familiar with Action Labs at all until I got this lot of comics. And then we got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here we go. That's a cool one. I like that one. That's one of the Turtles. It's probably Raph. Looks like Raphael maybe or something like that. You got Wolverine claws. Kind of cool. And then here's number 2 from that series as well. Looks like he's fighting some type of like mutant dog or something. That's kind of cool. I'm going to go put these back in the box along with some of these other ones. Oh boy, we got some really cool stuff coming up here in a minute. Give me just a second to clean up my maze. G.I. Joe, Cronus. I love that Cobra Commander look. I think Cobra Commander is one of those underrated villains of all time because the cartoon made him look like an absolute putz. Sonic the Hedgehog. We got cover A and cover B. Oh, there we go. Get it in frame, Adam. Get it in frame. There we go. Cool stuff. What was it they texted me? Ah, okay. We got Blue Hour, #1. Looks like different covers. Maybe. Sorry, folks. Old man here. I didn't say anything about a variant cover, but Blue Hour. Here we go. #1. And Blue Hour #1. I'm going to assume that this is a variant cover. That might be a wrong assumption, but that's what I'm going to assume. Hey, we got Robin 3 still in the freaking bag, man. That's awesome looking. Look at that. 90s DC goodness right there. Batman. Jazz. I love that cover. I like covers where it looks like the art's just jumping out at you. It's just such a cool looking cover. Suicide Squad #2. There you go. Suicide Squad's gaining prominence over the last few years. Oh, we got Strange Tales. This is from, yeah, this has got to be from the 80s. Cloak and Dagger and Doctor Strange. That's kind of a cool team up. If they do team up, it might be 2 separate stories. I don't know. Justice League Europe. Oh, okay, that's a thicker book. Okay, #2. It's kind of cool. You got Demon there. And it looks like you got Elongated Man with his neck. Kind of cool. You got some of the Legion of Superhero guys, too. And girls. Sweet. Sweetie? I'm not familiar with that one, I'm sorry. But it's still a cool looking cover. I like the way they got the logo on there. It's kind of neat. It's like it was kind of graffiti on there. Justice League of America, #2. Kind of a nice cover. The direct sale edition. Scare Tactics, #2. The Power of the Dark Crystal, #7 of 12. I like that cover too. It's kind of neat. Again, all these comic books, I have them listed as just to cover myself. I have them listed in very fine condition because I'm not a professional grader. But overall, they're in really nice condition. Very fine. I've had people leave me feedback on eBay that I have really underestimated. I don't want to say underestimated. The book is better than what I graded it. How about I say it that way? We got an issue of West Coast Avengers here, #26. From the West Side. Right? Here we go. Wonder Woman, #755. I like those bracers better than her like classic like bracelets that just like went from like there to there. You know, I like how they go up her arm a little bit now, where she can actually, see that again. All right, Breed from Malibu. wonder if B-Rad knows that got produced. Anyway, Thor number 8. Pretty cool. Thor is just eating him a sandwich while the city's getting just destroyed. That's pretty cool. That is neat. I like that that cover. That's something about a digital edition too. I don't like digital books. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 102. And I just don't like digital books because then, like, Wizards of the Coast is coming out with all the digital Dungeons and Dragons books now and something like that. So if they find something problematic, they can go there and edit what you already paid for. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 115. That's a pretty cool cover. Yeah, you got Bebop and Rocksteady here. I think that's not Leatherhead. That's Slash. I think it is. That's the turtle's name. I don't know what the dog's name is. And then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again. We got all the turtles down here. 2, 4, 5. Who's the dude in the yellow? I don't know. I'm not an expert on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right, shame on me. Shame on me. Number 114. If you know who the dude in yellow is, leave me a comment. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 116. I love that guitar. That guitar rocks. That is so cool. Now here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 98, City at War. That's a nice picture. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 104. Really nice cover. 119 for TMNT. I remember watching that cartoon in the 90s. It was a pretty cool cartoon. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Urban Legends number 11. Turtle Roboto. I don't know if that's his name or not. I just came up with it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends number 18. Pretty cool. Looks like they're scoping something out. Number 20 for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Urban Legends. Secret Defenders number 2. That's 1993. Wow, look at that. What a piece of history. You got Spider-Woman, you got Wolverine. If they wanted to sell a book in the 90s, all they did was put Wolverine in it and automatically sell. Yeah, that's number 2 for that run. That's kind of nice. That'd be a nice buy. Oops. Here we go. Wonder Woman, annual number 2. Kind of a nice picture of Wonder Woman. To Save the Star Sapphires. Whatever that series was. Looks like you got a power ring or something. Kind of neat. X-Men Adventures number 2. This is one that was based off of the 90s cartoon. Really cool cartoon. Sentinel has Jubilee, and Wolverine's slashing him up from the back. Kind of cool. Clive Barker, Saint Sinner, Heinous Homecoming. Pretty cool. I like most of Clive Barker's movies. It's kind of neat. The Scorpion versus the Shroud. It's kind of neat. So did Scorpion become a good guy or something, or did the Shroud become a good guy? I don't know. Number 2. We got Sweetie. Number 3 from Action Labs. Again, I love that logo. It just looks so cool. We got Batman 103, a variant cover. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Too Long a Sacrifice, number 3. Cover 8. I think IDW goes a little bit nuts with the variant covers, but that's just me. Tarzan the Warrior. Malibu Comics. This has got to be from the 90s. But that is just such a cool freaking cover. Tarzan. Seafoam, number 3. That's kind of a kooky looking cover. G.I. Joe, number 3. Gotta love G.I. Joe. I think everybody loves G.I. Joe. Maybe not Cobra Law, but everybody likes G.I. Joe. Shazam, number 3. This is June of 1987. Black Adam. It's got to be better than the movie, folks. Anyway, here's another Clive Barker one. That's pretty cool. I like that cover too. Space Knights. I wonder if this is what they did after they lost the rights to Rom. Wasn't Rom the Space Knight or something like that? Oh, maybe a variation on something. I don't know. The Midnight Tiger from Action Labs, number 1. It looks kind of cool. Wouldn't want to run into him in a dark litter box. Let's see. We got a few more to go. Hey, we got Iron Man. This is part of the Marvel Action Hour, which was big in the 90s. Iron Man, number 1. Kind of cool stuff. X-Force. There you go. That's a cool looking cover. Classic looking cover. I know that's Thunderbird. I don't know who anybody else is there. The Awesome Slapstick, number 1, which I'm almost positive didn't get a number 2. Limited series. I bet it was. Here we go. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Too Long a Sacrifice, number 1. You got the Doctor from Deep Space Nine, who's one of the really cooler characters from Deep Space Nine, if you ask me. Besides the Ferengi. Batman Secret Files Clown Hunter, number 1. It's kind of cool. Is that a variant? No, it's not a variant cover. It doesn't say variant cover on it. But still a cool looking cover. The Batman's Grave, number 1. Future State Catwoman, number 1. A lot of number 1s here, which is nice. Always nice to get the first issue of something. Wonder Comics, DC Universe, Wonder Comics, Amethyst, number 1. I kind of like that cover. Looks kind of mystical. We got Action Lab, Dog of Wonder, number 1. And then we have another one. This might be a variant cover. I don't know. Doesn't say variant cover on it, but over here we have Action Lab, number 1. The dog has a jetpack, which is kind of cool. That's how he's flying around. It's kind of neat. All right. We're getting to the last of the Mohicans right here. Almost I didn't appropriate somebody's culture, did I? There we go. We got Action Lab number 1. This is a sketch variant cover by Neil Adams. I like that picture. That's kind of neat. Here's the non-sketch cover. Soft Spots. Oh, it kind of reminds me of Care Bears a little bit. That's neat. Betty and Veronica, number 1. I love Betty and Veronica. DC Mech, number 1 of 6. Justice gets an upgrade. It's one of the newer style comics. Okay. Young Justice Targets. It's kind of cool. Number 1. I like that cartoon when it was on Young Justice. That's kind of neat. Justice League Last Ride #1. It's kind of a nice comic. Nubia Coronation Special #1. Oh, there it is. Kind of cool looking. Jurassic League #1 of 6. That's cool. Reimagined as like dinosaurs and stuff. That's kind of cool. Nice little spin on things. We got Batman. Looks like it's from Free Comic Book Day or something. I don't know. But it's kind of cool looking. It's back from 2002. Wow, it's 22 years old. This thing's vintage, man. It's awesome. Warlock and the Infinity Watch. #3. The Fearsome Fate of the High Evolutionary. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's from 1992, it looks like. And that's the end of this box, guys. Again, we have tons more comics up in my eBay store. It's just one box. I might do another video of some of the other comics that I have up in my eBay store. Again, the link is going to be in the description of this video. So, like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content. All right, thanks for viewing.